Welcome to Just Ranked. We are back. Episode, whatever, 40-something?
42.
42.
Meaning of life.
We're into November, folks. We're still chugging along. You know us. We're the Four Norms. This is a music podcast where we rank our favorites or what we consider the best of a preconceived topic, predetermined topic, pre-ejaculation.
You started so strong, brother.
I did, I know. And I'm fading like a flower, Roxanne. Anyway, I am Dink. You, of course, know Joe, Chris, and Jimmy. And tonight, we are doing Bryan Adams.
I'm not doing them.
Well,
I think he's married. I think they're both married.
They're both married? What did you
Jimmy
say?
and Bryan are both married.
He is not married.
He's not married? Okay, well,
All right.
You got a chance. You're
Is
saying
with-
there's a
he
chance.
So, just because it was in the research, he has two daughters with his assistant, and they're longtime companions, but they're not technically married.
Okay.
I think they should talk to HR.
Bryan Adams, HR department.
Carry on.
All right.
on with the opening.
Carry on. So, yes, we're doing Bryan, and today is Bryan's birthday. So,
Do we have to sing
Yes.
happy birthday?
we do not.
Happy birthday.
But
to
that's kind of
you.
how we chose it. This Wednesday was going to land right on his birthday, so that is super swell. I have a little intro here that I'm going to read. That's some words I put together about just a little brief overview of Bryan's life/career. Very short because it hasn't been a long one, and then we'll roll right into our songs. Of course, he is the renowned Canadian singer, songwriter, guitarist, photographer, whose influence on popular music has spanned over 4 decades, and not just in Canada. Born in Kingston on this day in 1959, he spent much of his childhood traveling around because his dad was in Canadian Army, so all over the place, but a good chunk of the years after Kingston was in Ottawa before he relocated to Vancouver to start his music career. Very well known for his distinct raspy voice, tremendous songwriting. That made him a household name with such hits as Summer of '69, Heaven, and Everything I Do it for you. None of those.
You're so sweet.
For me?
You're so kind.
Yes. Throughout his prolific career, Bryan has released 15 studio albums, including iconic records like Reckless in '84, Waking Up the Neighbors in '91, and a bunch of other ones. Cuts Like a Knife, they're not on the list. His albums have sold millions worldwide, earning him numerous awards, including Grammys and Junos. Adams is celebrated not only for his chart-topping singles, but also for his contributions to film soundtracks and his humanitarian efforts. Additionally, he is an accomplished photographer with his artwork exhibited internationally and published in several books, further highlighting his versatility and creativity. In closing, Bryan Adams remains a significant figure in popular music, known for his energetic performances, timeless songs, and enduring influence on generations of artists and fans. I have personally seen Bryan 3 times. He is awesome in concert. If you know his catalog, minus any artist like him that plays a couple off their new album when they tour, it's like, we don't hear this shit. Once he plays all the stuff everybody knows, they're all sing-along songs, right? Everybody knows the songs. Everybody's there for all those iconic songs. I actually saw him in Toronto at Roy Thompson Hall, and it was an acoustic show with just him and his guitar, and Jim Valance, who's going to come up, I'm sure, a lot in the show, his songwriting partner on the piano. It was a top 5 probably concert for me. No recording devices, and I tried, and the usher made me put my camera away, and it was like just before iPhones, so I had a digital camera.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, but anyway, I think we all, even though we're from different countries, love Bryan. He's hard to dislike. I'm sure there's songs in his collection that people like more than others, and we'll get into that.
Yeah.
And I will pass the baton to Joe, and we'll have an American start the Canadian icon.
It almost sounds like it's a letdown.
I know.
American start.
No, but I know you're gonna come through, and you're gonna give us your 4 best. Now I will say this before you start. We did, and we might have some repeats, but we did have a couple of songs go back, and we're famous for that. Go back, but we did a Canadian '80s show earlier on, and we did have some Bryan represented on that show, and we might rehear some of those tonight, but we'll see.
Yeah, Wiki, you said everything you can say about Bryan Adams, right? First of all, what's the over/under on samesies on this episode? Jimmy says 5.
I was going to say 4.
I was going to say 4 as well. There's 4 of us. I'm saying 4.
All right, sounds good. We're sitting about 4.5.
We did talk pre-production of the previous episode, and Dink and I, we need to cheers.
We might be cheers. So there's does that count as one?
Man, you guys are just ruining the illusion for everybody.
No. I said to Jimmy, because it was one of those songs from the Canadian episode, and I said I didn't talk about it then. It didn't make my Canadian list, but I can't not have it on my and Jimmy said it's my favorite song by him. I can't either. So that's so we loosely talked. We loosely talked.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm loose. Joe, take it away. Take it away, Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're cheaters.
Like Shohei Ohtani.
No cheating. No.
Okay. All right. I had to look for a second.
That kind of cheating, Jimmy. Come on.
Okay, so I don't know how much of mine are going to be basic bitches. Or, whatever.
A BBB, a basic Bryan bitch.
Right.
There you go.
Triple B's. Yeah.
That's what I think my list is. So, let's see.
I don't feel so bad for Canadians saying
blue
that.
balls.
Okay, so I did not realize until my list was done. I'm sorry. I wanted to say I apologize. I didn't realize until my list was completely done, and I was very, very happy with it, that 3 of my songs are from one album.
There's a theme.
All 4 of mine at one point were from Reckless.
Yeah, that's what I figured. There's going to be heavy.
And then I got to switch that up.
I didn't pay attention to that. I was just going through all the songs. I'm listening to even to his newer stuff. I was listening to some deeper album stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But his hits really stand out. Now he's got some great album stuff. He really does. But his hits are fucking. They're giant hits. It's hard to beat that. Anyhow, that's my diatribe. So my number 4, even though it's listed number 1 on my list, number 4 is "It's Only Love" off of Reckless, 1985.
That's all.
It is the sixth and final single from the album Reckless. 6 fucking singles, dude, from one album. How many fucking artists can say that? Sure, you may have sold a lot of albums. How many albums have 6 fucking not only singles but 6 hits off those singles?
Sounds like heaven.
Yeah. It hit number 15 on US Billboard Hot 100, number 14 in Canada, and number 30 on the Dutch charts.
Netherlands.
When it came to time to record this album, Adams wanted a duet that would take the song to another level. Enter Miss Tina fucking Turner, who's, again, we talk about, last episode we talked about Chris Cornell and his power voice. Tina Turner, fucking powerful.
Yeah.
Behemoth of a voice, right?
Yeah.
Ah, damn, that one was, I don't know where she got the power from, like God given her or something. I don't know. But she was in the middle of her comeback career with Private Dancer, right? And so this is perfect timing for her. Adam said their chemistry was instant. Her raspy power and his raw edge created a fierce, unforgettable sound. Adams also said that when he first heard Tina's first take, he was completely blown away.
Of course.
And again, I said this before, I think Sting and Sade would have made a great duet. I think they're perfect for one another. These two, Bryan and Tina, fucking perfect match. And I'm surprised they didn't revisit that again because, goddamn, it was so they're a perfect match. Yeah. They could have done a duets album. I would have been happy with that.
Yeah, me too.
That's my number 4, guys. That's, again, I think this album, this song has always been on one of my favorite Bryan Adams songs of all time. Again, it's a perfect marriage of those two people.
Yeah.
Even though they're not married.
Same key with me there.
Number one.
It's got a great riff, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love her voice in that song. Like she's
Yeah.
amazing, but
In general, I love her voice.
Just and even her earlier stuff, obviously her later stuff, but that period with Private Dancer and that entire album and the stuff she did after along this at the same time, there was a pureness and perfect Tina. You know, she kind of melded all of her genres right
and
there.
it went like it
Totally.
transcended genres too. Like I remember my friends in the hockey team, we would listen to that aside from like other songs that would be pumping us up. We'd listen to that just because of like their voices, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't even say think. I know in my heart it's one of the best duets, period. For what I said
Agreed.
before. Their voices are a perfect marriage of sound. This one surprised me because I was like, there's no way this song's gonna be on my list. It's too fucking popular. It's just it's one of the two songs you hear when you hear Bryan Adams, and it's cuts like a knife.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? The fucking guitar sound on this, man, is you know what it kind of reminds me of, Jimmy, and you guys may not get it, I apologize, but Eric Johnson is that pure, just clear, clean, creamy
Fender.
Yep. Single coil pickup, just that perfect sound. There's no distortion in this song. You could easily hear distortion guitar, of some sort in this song. Doesn't have it, doesn't need it.
Nope.
Such a pure, great guitar sound. This, of course, we're going to talk about this a lot, but it's of course obviously written by Adams and Jim Valance, like all the songs on this album. It is the second single from the album, Reckless. Cuts Like a Knife. It's the only song on my list, not from Reckless. For me. Hit number 15 on US Billboard Hot 100, number 12 in Canada. The song was written in a burst of inspiration, and guess what? Like we've talked about so many times, was written under an hour. Dude, like I said, I know I say this ad nauseum. Cheers.
That's two.
This might be our shortest show ever. No, but seriously, just the fact that we should literally do our research and just do songs that are written under an hour. If Rolling Stone can have
no.
I would like to change my over and under from 4 to like 6.
Choose a 17.
There's only 20 possible, so
10 then.
What?
10 maybe.
I think if Rolling Stone can have their best songs, they're over 7 minutes long. I figure, whatever. See our last episode for that one. But yeah, that's my number 3, guys. Cuts Like a Knife.
Solid.
Again, I didn't think when I was thinking in my head, not thinking this is gonna be on my list. Like, there's no way. No. But then when you listen to it, it's like, God damn, that fucking guitar sounds so goddamn good.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, these guys pause, so I'm gonna talk. I really, really fucking love this song. This song fought 654, 654, 654, just like kept moving. And I talked to these guys, viewers and listeners, that my list has changed 7 times. In the last week of putting this together. And this song was on it. It was off of it. It just kept falling, kept moving. I love this song. And Joe, you talked about the guitar tone. If you go back to the Canadian episode, I talked about a song on there that may or may not be on one of these people's lists. I talked about the beauty of his guitar sound. Yeah. That is one of his staples. How incredible his guitar sounds. You even go into the newer stuff. I'm not going to name any songs or anything because I don't want to step on any notes. He has a beautiful guitar tone. Same with Jim Valance. Jim Valance has a great technique when he's putting songs together, and you can't really tell who's really playing on the song.
You can't. Not really. No, you can't.
And it's a beautiful tone. So I just wanted to talk about that.
Yeah, and the one thing we talk about, we all love doing the research, so it's one reason why we love doing this show. But the other thing is too, it makes me get analytical with songs I've heard 1,000 times.
Yeah,
not that I intend to, but I'm like, okay, I approach every song now with like, why should this song be on my list? Yeah. And again, I kind of toss this song to the side initially, going, it's another giant hit. But God, I say the guitar tone, and of course the song itself is great, but the guitar tone and this on this song really, really freaking shines. So I think it's one of his songs where you really put the headphones on, especially if it's on LP, put it on a record and just away you go, man. That's how you go.
Huge fan of headphones.
Yeah. Yes. Especially if you got vinyl. Hate to be that guy. I never used to be that guy. And then I started collecting vinyl a couple years ago.
We have two different versions of this album. One's actually a Canadian version, one's an American version. There are different pictures on the back side of the Canadian version than they are on the American version. I'll show you guys.
Are they in metric?
Imperial.
Hardy har har.
Is it a moose?
It's a moose with a guitar.
It's Bryan and his beaver. Moving on.
Okay. Okay, that really comes down to my final two Reckless singles. This one is One Night Love Affair.
Oh,
Awesome.
Nice.
It was, and do what I gotta be honest with you, when I was a kid, I
Thank
first
God.
heard the song on my, I will say this, I probably should mention this movie more often because it's not Star Wars or Apollo 13 or That Thing You Do, but it's probably my favorite movie of all time. And that's where I first heard this song. This song was originally released on the soundtrack for Real Genius.
Why is that toy on your head?
Because if I wear it anywhere else, it chafes.
wow. I didn't know that.
Yep. Fucking, that's my favorite movie of all time. I've seen it I might have seen it more times than Star Wars. It's just, I just love that movie. Anyhow, so that's where I first heard the song. I was like, wait, that kind of sounds like Bryan Adams. And I was like, a kid in 1985. I'm like, oh yeah, it is Bryan Adams. So he first released it on the soundtrack in 1985. That movie, of course, starred Val Kilmer on January 1st, 1985, but it was not released as a single. I'm going to guess probably because he was like contractually, I'll give you a song, you can pay me for it, but I'm going to release it as a single for my album.
Right.
Bryan is not a dumb guy. He knows what he's doing. The song later became the fifth single from Adams' album Reckless, of course, hit number 13 on US Billboard Hot 100 and number 19 in Canada. So Canada says they love Bryan Adams, but not as much as we do, apparently.
That's weird, eh?
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, we got like lambasted with him for years too. Right?
That's part of the problem, right?
So
Like,
did
it's-
we.
right.
Yeah, he was absolutely
But
gigantic.
for the longest time, I remember him being like the only Canadian or one of two maybe getting international attention. So like, what
Him
I mean?
and
He was
Michael J.
all-
Fox.
Yeah, and they were always on TV. They're always on Much News. They're always talked about. I mean, like back then, I was not into his music, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, I was, yeah. I mean, I've always liked his stuff, but yeah, I mean, yeah, he was one of the few guys I was like, oh, he's from Canada.
he was adult contemporary to me. My sisters listened to it, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck, I gotta listen to something else." And then later on, I got into his stuff. For me personally, that's what.
Yeah.
It was
Makes sense.
overkill here, right?
I'm
It was.
sure.
In fact, I'll say it, just even though it's my turn's not for a while. It was overkill so much that Cuts Like a Knife and Summer of '69 don't make my list because of that. Because
I'm sure.
it's too
Yeah.
much. It's just too much radio play for me.
We've talked about that in different episodes.
Yeah,
About,
But it's personal preference, right? Like
Yeah.
you can either go back to it, like we've talked about too, or you can just never return, right? And
Yeah.
it's not like I
I
never returned.
Not
It's like,
suffer those two songs in particular. I didn't actually. I do like them still. I didn't.
yeah, no,
I know
I
they
still
were
love them,
overkill.
but I just like they farther down on my list because I'm like, oh fuck, again.
Sure. No, I totally get it. Trust me. Just in some, believe it or not, some Prince songs, Joe's is like, you think when we do our eventual Prince episode, it won't be on my list because I'm like, I've heard that song a bazillion times.
Right.
what
Anyhow.
episode would that be?
Episode 50, the very last show of 2025.
Year end. Close it out, bitches.
The right way. Let's see. Also, the song I said hit number 19 in Canada. As the title suggests, One Night Love Affair is about the fleeting romantic encounter that leaves a lasting emotional mark on the person.
Yeah.
He said it was not of a personal experience, but just something he was inspired by. So cool.
Great intro to this song, right? Like,
Oh yes.
man,
Yep.
It was on my short list. Thank God I didn't pick, because then we'd be fucking 3 for 3 with Joe.
No shit.
If we do the show long enough, one day I'd absolutely love it if we all had the same exact form.
Same.
Oh fuck, that'd be insane, right?
On to you.
Oh.
The same as him. Next guy.
All right,
No, that's not number 3. That's
whatever.
actually number 2.
Quickest show ever.
Okay, so that brings me to number 1, and this one's kind of surprised me, but I do absolutely love this song. It is "Run to You" from Reckless. Again, I didn't expect it to be my number 1.
You gotta be kidding me.
Cheers.
It shows me 25 minutes long. It's the first single released from the album. It's about temptation and infidelity. The narrator admits he's been in a relationship, but keeps going back to someone else. She's got a heart of gold, but she's not someone I'm looking for. Ugh. It hit number 6 in U.S. Billboard Hot 100, number 4 in Canada, number 14 in the Netherlands. There we go. They get in there. Adams wrote the riff by jamming on his guitar, but never took it seriously because he added a really silly background vocal to the part when he did the demo and just kind of cast it off. It's like, ah. But, of course, they later recognized the risk potential and it became Run to You. So.
Right.
I will say this too. Personally, after listening to a bunch of Bryan's songs, I think the song's a little bit darker than a lot of his other songs. I mean,
I said that in the Canadian episode. Just
Yeah.
saying.
okay. Well, again, my memory.
I'm just messing with you.
Did you really say that?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know. So, like Ray Parker Jr., Jimmy, I guess that was a subliminal steal. I had no idea. So.
Right. You had no idea.
I had no idea. Yeah. I will say this. That was my number 1. That's my top 4.
That was a good 4, man. I didn't mean anything disparaging about Cuts Like a
No.
Knife. It's just a personal
No.
thing. That was a great list. I think I might have said the same thing to you during your Canadian because you had Summer 69. I remember. Same thing. But no, that was a fun, great list. Every song on these lists, and Chris is going to have a bunch of the same ones, are going to be awesome.
Yeah. So that's
Right on.
Chris's top. That's Chris's top 3.
Yeah.
By
Well,
4.
you know what?
Chris.
I've taken a page of the
Just
Jimmy's book and
switched out on the
switched one
fly.
out. I've
Yes!
switched out on the fly.
Nice.
Cheaters! They're
We're
cheaters.
still gonna have 2. We're still gonna have 2, but I've switched out 1, so we don't have 3.
There we
Didn't
go.
Joe say
Right
they
ahead.
switched out one last episode, put in Hendrix?
hear-
Brewing? Oh, that's cheater talk.
I
Didn't
hear
you
what
just-
Dink is saying about Cuts Like a Knife, but I got to tell you, that's my number 4.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, you figured. And I didn't find a lot of notes on Cuts Like a Knife, really.
This was-
Although Lou Gramm singing backup, everybody knew that Lou Gramm
Yep.
singing backup on
Yep,
it.
yep,
I
yep,
did
yep.
not know that.
And refused payment. Did you know he refused
I
payment?
didn't know that part. No.
So he refused payment, saying he just did him a favor, figuring that if roles were reversed, Bryan would do the same thing for him.
That's fucking cool, man. That's so cool.
Right, which is really cool to hear. But Bryan Adams still gave him credit on the album.
That's awesome. Of
Yeah,
course he would.
that
Yeah,
was-
of course he would.
Of course he
Yeah.
would, right? Because he's a solid Canadian fella.
Right.
Don't call me.
I had some notes on. Well, I'll save it for. I'll save it for this one.
He's got random notes.
I had some notes on Cuts Like a Knife, like for so Jim Vallance obviously co-wrote it. He's the drummer in Prism, under the pseudonym Rodney Higgs. Blah blah blah. Wrote songs for Europe, Kiss, Scorpions, Loverboy. He wrote Teacher Teacher from 38 Special, which I
Yeah.
love that song.
That's a
Eat
good
the
song.
Rich by Aerosmith. And I didn't know this. Dink, did you know? And Joe, because you're a big Wreck fan, Thornley, he wrote So Far So Good for Thornley.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Oh, do you really?
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Well,
Um,
now that you mentioned that, Jim Vallance also wrote that Northern Lights song that you guys were talking about with the Aid for
right.
Africa.
Keep going, baby.
Keep going, baby.
So I'm going to lump this in with my number 3, which is This Time from Cuts Like a Knife.
Nice.
Third single. There was not a lot of news on this one. Lou Gramm, same thing, sang background vocals. US 100, top 24, top tracks number 21, UK singles number 41, Canada only 32. But that one and Cuts Like a Knife had the same video producer, and I'm forgetting his name, Steve Barron. He's an Irish filmmaker. He also produced Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, Money for Nothing by Dire Straits, Electric Avenue, Eddie Grant, Take on Me, Aha. He also did the 1990 version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
But seriously, you can't get two more iconic videos than Billie Jean by Michael Jackson and Money for Nothing for Dire Straits. I mean,
Right.
seriously.
All right. My number 2. So this one was on the list and off with the other one with Joe. So it would have been a threesome. So
Ooh,
I switched it back. And this one is Back to You from Bryan Adams, which was recorded for his MTV Unplugged album.
Yeah. Which is an awesome album too.
That's cool.
It's got a guitar feel, like a traveling Wilburily sound kind of guitar sound that I dig. It's one of those ones that I sing along to. He re-released it in 2022 as a studio, and on that version, it's played as a threesome, and he plays the bass.
Oh, wow.
So when I saw that in the video, I looked it up. You go back to 2009 when the band became a threesome. From 2009 to like 2013, he played the bass in the band while somebody else played the guitar.
Oh, wow.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I forget the guy's name. There's still his touring, or he's in the band, or he's his touring guitarist that plays parts of the lead with him. He's awesome. I forget his name, but
I can't think of his name. He's a Canadian guitarist too, and I
Yeah,
can't honestly. I didn't write his name down, man.
Me either. I saw them here, and he was awesome. And Brian said, "Give it up for so and so," and he did a 10-minute.
Sorry, it
solo
was
or
from
whatever.
1998 to 2002. He toured as the bassist in the band when they were a threesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's wild.
Right. So the song was written with Elliot Kennedy, who I didn't know, but is from Sheffield, England, and has written songs with Celine Dion, Aretha Franklin, Mary J. Blige, the Spice Girls, and S Club 7.
Cool.
Which I thought was hilarious. Anyway, Pink's favorite band, S Club 7. It's just one of those songs that I like to sing along with that I really like. It's probably, it is. It's my number 2 because I slipped it in there.
Wow. The eyebrows when he says that.
Nice. Slipped it in.
Canada top singles, adult contemporary rock, alt. It was number 1. Number 1 in Italy, number 20 in the Dutch, number 18 in the UK. I didn't see anything for the US. Whatever.
Nice. Good pick.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's a great pick, man. Again, another great song.
The studio version's really good, but I loved I loved a lot of the MTV Unplugged, like a lot of the band. Even the Tesla MTV Unplugged was my introduction to Tesla, really.
Yeah,
I loved that MTV version, right?
And I think your really good musicians like Bryan Adams and so on and so forth really shine in those unplugged moments, you know.
Yeah,
agreed.
Because there's really no production to hide behind. It's really just you and the raw instruments, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like they kind of sometimes let loose what they really want to do too, you know, and they're more relaxed kind of sometimes in that atmosphere.
And like I said in my intro, I saw him at Roy Thompson, and it was one of those shows. And
just
to see, to be like the MTV ones are awesome to watch, but to actually be at one is just like all the hair on your entire body is standing up. You're like, oh my God, this is so good. And every pause, and again, like him in concert, all the crowd knows all the songs, all the words.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and he doesn't overdo it, because some artists, I think, overdo it with turning the mic over to the fans. Like, I didn't pay to hear all them sing. But on those acoustic shows, it's so cool, right? Because it's so quiet, and in Roy Thompson, the acoustics themselves are so good, right? Like, oh,
it's amazing.
For sure.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think MTV did a good job because if you ever watch the behind the scenes of any of the Unplugged, they made it try to be as comfortable for the bands as possible.
Right.
A lot of times they took minutes before each song and sometimes they did more than one take. And it was just a matter
Do you remember the Nirvana one when Kurt goes, "Thanks, I already have 3 cups of tea already, but thank you."
right. I want another drink.
Right? Well, wasn't it Nirvana that they gave him an office chair? Who was it? Somebody like famously had a rolling office chair, like a desk chair.
Day of the show, we're always trying to get the right stools. It seems like Unplugged should have its own stool by now, you know. Brought a few different things out for Kurt to try, and of course he picked an office chair.
I don't remember the office chair.
I think it was.
I gotta look it up now.
It might have. It might have been.
Yeah.
Anyways, my number one is "It's Only Love," Tina Turner, Bryan Adams. Joe said everything. Blah 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 blah. The only thing I had that I don't know if Joe I might have been watching the Jays game when Joe said something. The one thing I saw was an interview with Tina Turner where she said she went in about 3 p.m, and by 6 o'clock that evening they were done. So
those stories are so awesome, right?
I love it.
Well, that's a consummate professional too.
Right.
Yep. But
other than that, my most of my notes are the same as Joe's. So that's my number one, guys. On to Jimmy.
Great list. Oh, great list. Both back to back great lists. Don't fuck it up, Jimmy.
Here's where it goes south.
I don't know how I could fuck this up.
No, you can't.
With 2 guys with 10 possible choices, there's already 4 samesies. So we could add to that with a couple of mine. But I'm going to start with number 4. It's a newer song. I recently found some new Bryan Adams, and I fell in love with it. The song is from 2015. The song is called Brand New Day. I fucking adore this song. The video has Helena Bonham Carter in it, and there's another a male love interest.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I don't know who the male love interest or thwarting person, because there was a tension that prescribed tension to the video, black and white. It's really, really great song. The coolest thing about it is how the song starts with the drums. It starts with an off note, and then after 4 measures brings in on the 2. So there's a whole cool kind of like a little weird little jump, and it comes right into the song, and it's really cool. Produced by Jeff Lynne of ELO, who Bryan Adams has professed his love of Jeff Lynne many, many times. And if you go back knowing how much he loves ELO and you listen to those earlier albums, you can actually hear Jeff Lynne in a lot of that music. And it's so cool to know that. Doing my research with this Brand New Day and knowing about Jeff Lynne and going back and listening to some songs, it's like, holy shit. It's Only Love. You can kind of feel it in there, how the crests and falls and then brings up and then falls again, just like ELO does. There's a cool upbeat Tom Petty feel to this song. The charts real quick. US Billboard number 99. It didn't chart really well here, but in Canada, number 8. The Dutch, number 13 with this song. Jim Valance just really, really fucking killed it. Bryan Adams called Jeff Lynne the unofficial member of the band.
Wow.
Nice.
So
that.
If you've never heard the song, I think it's 3.5 minutes long. I forgot to write the time signature down like I normally do. Go back and listen to it because it's a great song. It's really cool. There's a cool upbeat to it. There's kind of a rockabilly feel to it, which again, Jeff Lynne. love this song. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the song.
Yeah. Is it on the Shine a Light album? What album is it on?
Get Up.
Get up. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. So all right. So number
Nice.
3. Did you have something to say?
No, I was going to say that's a great pick because
Oh,
I
good
can. I started going through his newer stuff too, so I might have missed this one because I kind of cherry pick stuff. But yeah, good pick.
And that's good. I didn't think we'd get one past, say, 95.
Right.
So good. Good on you. Good on you.
Number 3 is from 98 and 2022.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And it features the Spice Girl, Mel C.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Was
that
that
was on my
98? I
short
was
list.
thinking it was 95. Okay. So, yeah.
When
That's a
you're
great song.
gone. So
Great pick.
this song is really cool, and it was cool enough to re-record in 2022 with Mel C. And they
Right.
also did a revival video with Mel C of them running through the corridors of an auditorium or a stadium, just talking, or not just talking, just singing along with it. And it's really cool. Mel C really, really loved the concept of the song. And Mel C has had a career past Spice Girls. Apparently, I haven't followed, so no mean thoughts there. This was also her first solo release after the Spice Girls back in 1998 with the original version. It did not chart in the U.S., but in Spain, a new chart. It was number 1. Number 6 for the Dutch, Netherlands, love you. Number 12 in Canada. So Canada said to Bryan Adams versus the rest of the world.
They were done with him at that point.
Yeah. There was a re-recording in 2012 outside of With Mel C. Pam Anderson sang along with Bryan Adams on a re-recording that is on vinyl somewhere. I just don't know where it is. There wasn't a lot of information past this. As Chris talked about with his list, there's not a lot of information with this artist outside of those maybe 10 big songs. So you go a little deeper, it's harder to get more information.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry I can't share more with you. That is my number 3.
Awesome pick. If we had an honorable mention. It was in my, it was on my short list. I had it on the top 4 for a while, but I really like her voice with him, and this song is really well done. I think really
it's
well done.
really complimentary. She's got a little rasp. He's got a little rasp. Yeah.
I was never a big fan of the Spice Girls, but I always liked her voice.
Yeah.
I don't know
she's
why.
arguably the best singer of the group.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Not a lot of competition in that group.
Well,
No.
Well,
It's certainly
And
not-
I can't sing with a lick, so who am I to fucking say, right? Like,
I sing as well as Bosch.
yeah, I'm not really familiar with their catalog. Obviously, do you really wanna that song, whatever it is, whatever, I don't know how it goes. Sorry, I apologize.
That being said, Mel C has had 9 studio albums, so there you go.
I should have been more enthusiastic. I'm sorry.
That's not it, I don't think.
I was not trying to be disparaging. I was just trying to.
That was great.
Yeah.
holy shit!
Do you want to be my lover, or do you want to?
It's more of a, do you want to?
Don't do that when I'm drinking. Jesus Christ!
That was unintentional. That's even better. So, all right. If you guys don't have anything else about When You're Gone,
Fuck.
You blinded the man.
right? So this will be the cheers, gentlemen. Number 2 is Cuts Like a Knife.
Nice.
I really had to put this song on there. Just again, that guitar tone. His tone, his vocal tone on this is very nice. It's very seamless. He's not stretching. He's not doing vibratos. It's just straightforward rock. And I love this song. I've always loved this song. So, I mean, it was Joe. You had this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So see Joe's notes earlier.
See Joe's notes. That's That's
No,
where my
I-
last.
Yeah, great pick. Like I said, we can talk ad nauseum.
I
about
also
Dark
had
Throne.
it, but I didn't say any notes because fucking Joe had them all.
I'm sorry. Yes. So those two. So we hit 5, by the way. All right. So number 1, again, a samey. I professed
fuck,
my
86.
love. I professed my love on the Canadian show. This will always be my favorite Bryan Adams song, and it is "Run to You." That
Yeah.
fucking clean, beautiful guitar tone. His vocal stylings over that. He has like this. He wants to stretch the barrier of his vocals, and he just pushes just a little past it, and he keeps it clean. He doesn't break, and it's really awesome, especially during that. Yeah, it's awesome. This is a great
good.
song. I talked about Jim Balance, Northern Lights, the Canadian "We Are the World" song. Jim Balance is a 4-time Juno Award winner, composer of the year. He's from Chilliwack, which is apparently a band name.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
Another
my
good one.
list. I'm sorry it was so short, cut and dry.
No,
but
that's great.
I got 2 original songs on there outside of the other guys' list. So I guess let's see what Dink has to offer next.
We'll close it out, or I'll close it out. Okay. The great list, guys. I don't know if there's any songs of his I dislike. There's songs of him, like I said before, that I've heard a lot, and I prefer others over. But I don't think I dislike his entire catalog because I like or love him. So
He seems extremely likable.
yeah, as a person, I think he's likable too. Right?
I told you about Christy, my wife.
Yeah,
like
right.
taking him
I
around
was
the
just going to
museum,
say that. Yeah.
Fucking
And I think when you told that story that there was some rumors that he's a bit pompous, but then she
right.
totally
They're all
dis-
no. I don't. When I was growing up, you'd hear it on news stories. Oh, he was arrogant or whatever. But who knows? Especially
knows,
back
right?
then,
Like,
there was no right. Like
you never know, right?
you have
I mean,
one bad encounter, and then all of a sudden you're
and then you're
asshole,
labeled
right?
as an asshole, right? Like,
Or if you do be honest, if you guys are going to deal with like paparazzi and shit like that, I'd be fucking
Right.
an asshole too. It's
Right,
like, yeah,
right,
whatever.
right.
right.
Well, with
Well,
that
and he
being
was really young when he got hit like that. When he did the Tina Turner song, wasn't he 22, 24?
Right.
He's
Like
fucking
when he
young,
was
he's
doing
young.
other
Like
stuff, he was
holy
late
fuck,
teens.
when
Right?
I was an asshole back then, and I know.
Oh, yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, to expand on that comment is fans suck.
right.
They're going to interrupt your dinner. They're going to interrupt your private moments with your family. They don't care. They want to have their moment with their
Right.
star.
Right.
So
Yep.
I would imagine it's hard to maintain a pristine image when fans suck.
Right.
Yes.
Totally. And
I don't know.
at
I
a
don't
young
have
age,
any
he's
fans.
almost me either. But I've heard. But at a young age, and he's almost at that time the young face of our country.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like for
That's-
that
he was
industry
he was
anyway.
him, and I don't even know who would be his
Corey Hart, but he never broke the same. But like
no.
those two,
him and Anne Murray. Like who the like you know
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Like
right.
no, but at that time, that's what it was like here,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
Totally.
Jimmy, you notice they never, ever, ever, ever bring up Rush.
Well, yeah, they were pretty well established by then.
but at that time,
Pretty well
they had-
established.
You're by then?
Rush
you
had
just say that?
in this country, anyways. I think Rush had a time in the 70s and then in the 80s, but there was a period where, like, I wasn't into them.
Everyone
This
just
country's
ignored him.
still split on them.
Right.
Blasphemy.
There's people running out
Right.
probably now to get standby tickets for the tour, and there's other people like, oh, who gives a fuck?
Right.
Rush.
I wasn't into them until college.
Yeah.
And past that.
Dude, I got in for tickets for Chicago and Toronto. I'm like, how much are tickets? No.
I don't think it's worth
Go
it.
ahead.
Yeah, I noticed you didn't call me for tickets to go.
You know, I like the fucking prices. I'm like, nope.
It's funny you say about fans
Anyway,
because
sorry to think we got sidetracked off your list.
yeah, I was
Sorry,
just one more thing on what you said about fans because I don't know if I've said it in the show, but you guys know from my life and off camera stuff, my son's a huge autograph collector, and I always tell him,
Yeah.
don't get in there. Like, it's cool you're getting these autographs, but like, it shows some respect. Don't get in their space.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? Like, they are just people too, coming to town to play a game or whatever. And like, yeah, and some of them are assholes, right? And won't sign. And some of them are cordial and will go through emotions or whatever. And some of them stop and talk, right? So you're going to get a mix of everyone. But you might get somebody, right? You might get somebody on a bad day and fuck off. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to sign. I don't want to be bothered. I just fought with my wife, or the coach is pissed at me, or whatever. Right?
I just woke up on the wrong side of the fucking bed. Fuck off. You know?
Right. Fuck off. Right. So, and maybe that happened to Bryan. Was my whole point.
And I will say this: being lucky to have a giant artist in 6 miles away, and when seeing him at Paisley Park so many times, I did. It was weird because you go there and you'd see a lot of the same fucking people. Because he'd have unannounced shows and be 100 people. Sometimes I was at a show, there's less than 50 people and Prince is playing because it's unannounced, and you just kind of go there maybe. But this being said, and this is what I might try and turn this around to, that he would just walk among the people, you know, no bodyguard, nothing, and people would just leave him alone. And sometimes he'd come up and interact with somebody, and cool. No one would ever crowd him because everyone was like, okay, he'll come to me if he comes to me, if he doesn't, but whatever.
Right.
And that's the kind of relationship I think everyone should have with an artist, because
but that's not the case, as you know, with people following you around with cameras and
I know, trust me.
Yeah.
You know, the paparazzi back in the day.
I watched security guards I know follow a Toronto Maple Leaf around while he was walking around with his sister around the museum one time. And one of them, a guy who was like 50 something, 4 foot nothing, asked him if he's ever going to score again because he was in a slump.
Yeah, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Pathetic, right? Like, fucking.
Dude, you ever going to have another hit?
And to Kessel's credit, he just went, yeah, okay. And just kept walking. Like
right.
I know you got a lot of flack here, but fucking.
I was going to say, they're human. You know, that shit bothers them at some point. Maybe it doesn't, but some people it's going to bother them. They're human. Because I'm sure, if you've had a goal, or in this case, you haven't had a hit in a long time, you know that. No one knows that more than you know?
Well, you see so many videos now of them hounding Justin Bieber, right?
I feel sorry for that kid.
Camping outside his place, and he's like, guys, can you just leave me alone?
Yeah, he's like, can you just leave me alone? I'm just trying to live my life.
Right. Anyway.
Yeah, I never understood that, but yeah, whatever.
Carry on. Okay, so I have
I
have 3 songs. One is the samey, so we are well over the mark. But we don't have honorable mentions anymore, but I do. This isn't on my list, but I just thought of it. My wife's favorite song is "Please Forgive Me." Did not make my list. It would have been my honorable mention just for her because I love that song too, but it's not on the list.
That's very sweet.
Yep.
Number 4 is "The Best Is Yet to Come."
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
From the Cuts Like a Knife album in January of '83.
Yeah.
Wasn't released as a major single, yet got major radio play and was top 10 in Canada. I'm assuming it was played down there for you guys.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
But it didn't chart, which is weird, right? So it got radio play, wasn't released, but people knew it. Yeah. It's, again, like, not to be a broken record here, it's Bryan and Jim that did the songwriting, right? That's a common theme here. I took this from the internet, but according to interviews, "The Best Is Yet to Come" was inspired by the idea of hope and second chances. It's often seen as a tribute to perseverance, and some fans believe it was influenced by stories of overcoming adversity. Okay. I knew this before I did the research, but I've got the exact, coming up here, I've got the exact story. I knew that this story was about a particular person. And that person was somebody that Bryan knew in BC. And she was a Canadian-born playmate. She was in the 1980 or 1979 Playboy, and her name is Dorothy Stratton.
Oh
yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All
right.
She was murdered by her former husband, Paul Snyder.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
She grew up not far from Bryan, like a few streets over, I think. It says here, and this is right from a site I found on Jim Valance. When Bryan was recording "The Best Is Yet to Come" at Little Mountain Sound in Vancouver, he asked me to play the piano as a guide track to be replaced later by keyboardist Tommy Mandel. Thinking it was a temporary recording, I didn't put my best effort into the performance. A month or two later, Bryan told me he decided to keep my piano track. I begged him for another shot at it, but the song had already been mixed and it was too late. I know where the mistakes are, and I still cringe every time I hear it on the radio.
Wow.
After a few years, the song's released by chance, Adam and I found ourselves seated next to film director Peter Bogdanovich at a Bruce Springsteen concert. Peter had been dating Dorothy Stratton at the time of her death. Peter thanked us for writing The Best Is Yet to Come and told us how much the song has meant to Dorothy's family. So it is about Dorothy Stratton.
Yeah.
And it is about perseverance and
Yeah.
small town girl in the city lights, and she goes down there to make it big and fucking ends up getting killed, right? Like,
Well, yeah, I don't know if you ever saw the old mid 80s movie, Star 80.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it's about her.
Mary
man.
L. Hemingway. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't
This song
remember it,
was
but I do
about
remember
her.
seeing it.
yeah.
But that's it. That's my number 4. I love this track. I love the emotion in the lyrics and behind the story behind the song. So it's always been right up there. I slid it in. It was sitting at 5 or 6, and I slid it into 4 for today.
Nice.
Well, with that being said, he has a timbre to his voice.
Oh yeah.
More than just a vocal tone, there's a color that's added on to the tone of his voice that lends himself to pretty music.
Yes.
And it really does. Like a lot of people shit on All for One. I don't know if that's your song. I'm sorry if I'm shitting on that. But he has this vocal stretch in that All for One, Rod Stewart and Sting, that he actually overpowers their beautiful voice in that song.
Yeah.
And it's all about that beautiful timbre, that color tone, and that vocal stretch that he has. So his voice lends to beauty.
Yeah. And I think that's why everything I do it for you from the Prince of Thieves or whatever was so massive, right? Because you're right. It just
Oh my god, that song got killed.
It got killed, right?
Oh yeah.
But it got killed because it's so ear
but it was so well done. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Oh my god, it was fucking killed.
Well, and the fact that for me, anyways, I don't know about you, Dink, but a Canadian singing with Rod Stewart and Sting at the time, I'm like, holy fuck! Like,
yeah, that was cool, right?
Cool, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I do love that song. I don't care what anyone thinks. I love that song.
So do I. Yeah. I mean, at the time, all three were at the top of their game. You know, they're the biggest three, the biggest male stars at the time, so it made sense. Yeah.
Yep. All right, I'll move on to my number 3. We don't have to talk about it. My number 3 is our final samey. My number 3 is Run to You. As I alluded to, Jimmy and I loosely discussed this. So it's back-to-back episodes where we've loosely discussed. We're breaking the trend here. But I could not.
Same here.
And I figured you were going to be the same, and I knew you had it on our old episode, and I didn't. So I was like, I can't have a real, true, honest 4 without this in it. It's arguably number 1.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Pushed it down to 3. It's not. It sits 3, but it could be number 1. I fucking love this song. How could you not love this song?
Right. Yeah.
Well, based on that conversation, Secret Time, I flat out said I'm going to do this song again.
Yeah.
Secret Time.
Yeah. And I figured you were. If you're going to have it in your, that's why I was a little surprised that Joe didn't have Summer '69. Because if you're going to have it in your Canadian 80s, it probably should be on your Bryan list. But
I went down that road of like, I'm not going to talk about the same song again.
Right.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough.
And that makes sense too, right? So you go either way. Yep. But this song is just so. Did we all have Run to You?
I switched it out because
you switched it out.
Okay. We had it, so initially, yeah,
we would have, right? And it is so many people that like Bryan. It's their favorite song, but like it's just such an enjoyable, likable song, right? And you're right, the lyrics are kind of darker compared to some of his other shit, but still awesome.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not gonna blah 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 with all the rest of my notes because I don't even why I fucking wrote them down because I knew you're gonna have it. Number 2. Number 2 is your most and this challenges for number 1 for me. I fucking love this song, but it is your Bryan Adams song that's most influenced by the person behind the song, I think. And I don't mean Jim Valance. This song has Mutt Lange written all over it. This song is from Waking Up the Neighbors. This song sounds, and I've used this song in trivia because of the harmonizing in this song. And he just finished doing Hysteria. It has a real Def Leppard kind of feel. This song is Thought I Died and Gone to Heaven.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I love this song so much. Like, and I think it is because I love Leopard too. So it's kind of sounds like Leopard a little bit, right? Like,
Right.
whoa,
Right.
Yep.
whoa. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it came out in '91 in the Waking Up the Neighbors album. Internationally, this song peaked at number 13 on the UK singles chart and also found its way in the top 40 in several other countries, including Australia and Ireland. Bringing the Irish.
There you go.
Chris, there you go.
Yes.
All right.
I have here, notably, the song is often remembered for its lush atmospheric sound and its live performance, which sometimes features special effects to evoke a celestial vibe. I don't know about that, but I don't remember that when I saw him in concert. In fact, I don't even remember if he played it, and I'm thinking he didn't, that it didn't make the set list in any time I've seen him because it's not a massive song for him, and he has so many others to choose from.
Yeah.
I don't think this made the cut, or I would have remembered. So anyway, that's my number 2. I got
Nice.
it.
Yeah.
If you don't remember that song, I strongly suggest when you get done here that you listen to it.
Yeah,
because
I'm going to go back and
you're like, oh yeah, that does kind of
I
have
listen to it.
a
I know
Leopard.
it.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's all right. But maybe that's why I don't like it as much because it's a Def Leppard song.
right. And maybe you'll be like, no, it doesn't sound like Leopard, but for me, it kind of does.
Oh, I
Like,
listened to it. It's
Yeah.
not. It wasn't on. It didn't make my list.
And I
That
remember
album-
using it in a trivia night, and a couple of guys were like, "Oh shit, that's Bryan Adams." I thought it was.
Oh wow.
Really?
that album cover, doesn't
Ian.
that him with the megaphone and he's like,
Ian did?
Yeah.
Shout
Or he said, oh, "Wow, that's really got a Leopard influence." And I said, "Yeah, it's Mutt, right?"
Wow.
Yeah, that's the megaphone one. Waking up the
Yeah.
neighbors.
Yeah.
All right, I will move on to finish out this list and this episode. My number 1 has always been my number 1. I've loved this song since I was a kid when this song came out, and I think we talked about it a couple of times. I had a Polytel compilation called Star Tracks that She's a Beauty was on.
We talked
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, and Every Breath You Take and a bunch of other great tracks and some stinkers. And this was on it. And this is straight from the heart. And again, with his tone
Yep.
for slower song, I
Yep.
fucking love this song. It's pretty basic. And I don't mean as far as a choice, the song
No.
itself, right? It's nothing too complex.
No.
It's a lead single from Cuts Like a Knife album, co-written not by Jim this time, by Eric Cagna, showcasing heartfelt lyrics and memorable melodies. Hit number 10 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and number 32 on the Canadian RPM charts. I don't understand why you guys are charting higher with Bryan than we are.
Yeah.
I
Right?
said it in an earlier episode, 82 to 87.
You guys were smothered in
Bryan Adams, we were
Oh, yeah.
smothered in
Everywhere.
underwear. Seriously. It
Bryan.
was Bryan Adams all of the time.
Yeah.
Everywhere you turned, it was fucking Bryan Adams.
Well, I don't know about you guys. That Tina Turner, Bryan Adams video played on Much Music with the
Yeah.
live.
Constantly.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
So
Same
much.
here.
Like,
Same here.
On a loop. It felt like it was on a loop. Like,
absolutely. On a loop.
to the point where I was like, can we get to the power hour? Like, holy shit, how much more Bryan do we have to watch?
I mean, they were great. It was great. Their chemistry on stage was unbelievable. But, you're right, Dink. It felt like, all right, we're starting up with the new hour, and it would be the first fucking video, and I just saw it 15 minutes ago. Get the fucking
Jesus Christ. Oh, and Sunglasses at Night right behind it, and then more Bryan? Fuck.
Right.
Do we not have any other artists? Holy shit.
especially like up late at night, like we were, and they just start repeating fucking shit that was on earlier in the day. I'm like, I've seen this 3 fucking times today.
Right?
Yeah.
That same time period, it was Bryan Adams, Madonna, and Michael Jackson just over and over and over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It really was.
But yeah, no, I love this track. That's my number 1, and that's my list, right? So
That's
one
great.
samey, but
Yeah.
Good list.
We all had samesies. We
Yeah.
kind of knew that going into this that there'd be a lot of samesies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I mean, before you do your closing statement, I've been a Bryan Adams fan for my life. I've always enjoyed Bryan Adams. I mean, I have, like I said, I have like the 5 albums of his, and we play them a lot, and I love them. But I didn't really realize how much I loved Bryan Adams until I dove into this list, because it was like, fuck me, this song. Yeah, this song. No, this song. Yeah. And it was like I constantly, and we said earlier, 4 through 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, moving out, moving back in, just constantly changing. And then I found that newer stuff. There was another song. Give me a second. There was a newer song that I really, really liked, that it was new to me, that I kept humming for like 2 days. It's Do What You Gotta Do. It had a Tom Petty kind of feel. It's a newer black and white video. Do you know the song?
If I heard it, maybe I don't.
Okay,
maybe if I heard it, but I don't think.
Yeah, it was that 2022 album that he was working with.
Really
black and white. Jim Valance is kind of jamming out on it, but I mean, not overplaying, but really having fun with it.
Yeah.
And then, excuse me. He was playing bass in the video, so that was kind of cool that you talked about that. So it was really cool to see a lot of these newer songs that were completely new to me that I was jamming out to. So I plan on getting some of that stuff right away. It was really, really fun listening to the new stuff, because it was like, oh, this is cool.
Right.
He's not an artist that I search out to listen to. So it's like, I think Joe may have brought it up before. If we weren't doing this, I wouldn't have been listening to his stuff again.
Yeah.
Right.
Same here.
Yeah, and if I listen to them, I usually go to my list I've already pre-made, which doesn't have some of the newer stuff, so you miss it.
Like the Chris Spotify list. You're talking about.
Yeah, doing the show, I've started following so many people that new release thing has gotten so big for me. It's massive, right?
Yeah.
It's so helpful though, right? Like for them to let you know that there's something new, because as Joseph said before, so much white noise. Like it's like, oh, have you heard this? Yeah, I'm a music fan, but I know I missed that. I didn't know they had the song. I didn't know they had a new album. Like I can't keep. How did we do it before? How the fuck did we do it before?
We talked about it before, when like I have to watch how much recreational music I'm listening to because I have to do stuff for this.
Right.
Well, the answer to that, how did you do it before? Is there wasn't near as much music back then.
It had to be.
Back then, music was very expensive to produce.
Right.
It was very expensive to market. And you had, I remember when our band almost got signed. We were told by Geffen Records saying, "Oh, we love your first effort, we really do, but we just got rid of 20 bands that sound like you."
Right.
And that was in 1995. So I mean, imagine now when everybody, including myself, anybody can make music and release it. I mean, it's so easy now. It's almost like I said, the commodity now is no longer the music. It's whatever. If it's a live show, is it the fashion? Is it the merchandise? It's no longer the actual commodity.
Is it the social reels? Is it? It's a whole brand.
Yeah.
No, I'll close it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say this is a really fun topic, and when Dink, when you and I talked about this, I was really excited to work on this list, because I mean, again, as we talk about every single fucking week, I had preconceived songs that I thought were going to be my list, and most of those songs didn't make the list except for "Run to You." It's always going to be there. So yeah, this is a great list, guys. This is awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
No, it was fun, and like I not to toot my own horn, but I know I'm the one that came up with it, because I looked ahead and saw his birthday, and I was like, oh, we should do Bryan. Do you guys really want to do Bryan? Because I knew Chris and I could, but then I thought, like, or I'd forgotten. Yeah, I guess you guys were smothered in Bryan's underwear, so.
Yeah.
Literally.
You're drowning in his underwear.
Oh my God. But it's so good.
It's kind of fun for me to realize that he wasn't just big in Canada. You know what I mean? We knew he was.
Yeah, I
big.
like it
We
too.
knew
I
that.
like it too.
I didn't realize how big he was. I don't think until I started to meet people.
Right.
Sure.
From outside
Makes
of my
sense. Huh?
country.
Yeah, because people. We always are told who breaks, right? Or you can tell.
Right.
Yeah.
But then to
Yeah.
know how big they actually were, it's like, oh, they really broke.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and back then,
all
I
the
think we
shit.
had. I think back then, as a country, we almost had like an insecurity about it. I'm like, no, really, one of ours is actually being
Yeah.
like
Right.
popular somewhere else. Get it, right?
And I would imagine there was a national pride associated with it as
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
With and I hate to say this, with all of them.
Right.
Rarely are like, I know there was some people back to Bieber when he was young that were kind of embarrassed, or people are for some reason about Nickelback, maybe still. But usually there's a bit of Canadian pride in anyone.
Right.
I think that's kind of like universally anywhere to that locale, because like I said, I mean, Minnesotans love to say Bob Dylan's a Minnesotan.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but don't ask
Right.
Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan fucking
Oh yeah, we talk
disregards
about
Minnesota.
Duluth.
Yeah.
I've been to Duluth. Go to Duluth. It's fucking Bob Dylan references.
And Bob
all
Dylan
over
has
the place.
nothing to do with Minnesota. It's like,
Right. Right.
I think everyone, and which is cool, because you like that ownership, or you like the fact that those people don't forget where they came from.
Right.
You know?
He's ours. Right. Exactly.
Yep.
Anyway, so that was fun. Like you said, I don't really have any witty or cool remarks for closing other than keep following along. You know where to find us, justrankpod.com. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell, like.
AC fucking DC.
Right. Yeah, check out our socials. As Joe said in the last episode, leave a comment. Leave us your list, especially like we've clearly stated, 4 guys at 2 different countries. Everybody's got a Bryan list. You can name 4 songs. We want to hear them, even if they're the same as ours. We want to hear them.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see somebody have something obscure, right? Like, so it was cool that you brought up the new stuff, because that's me.
Yep.
Anyway, that's it. We're just ranked. We'll see you next week. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Just Ranked is researched and produced by the Just Ranked crew. Edited and mixed by Joe Burkle. Socials and marketing by DJR Media Services. Theme music by Blue Joker. If you're enjoying the show, please set your podcast app to download new episodes and help spread the word by leaving a review and tell everyone you know to listen.
What do you go fuck yourself?